So we're just doing a quick little restart and nothing else. Because that'll break the recording and it'll be fine. Now I know that may seem a little ridiculous, but it saves me a lot of time. Trust me. But anyway, yeah, here for an early stream.
Oh man, early stream.
Yeah, you got shit going on. Whoa, there's a little sun glare on the top of the corner. That's pretty cool. So yeah, last time we beat up Clay. Me and Joe talked about the absurdity of things dropping to negative 50 degrees Fahrenheit for like a second. Beat up some plasma dudes. Emu yelled about like feeling his rage. Yeah, all in all, it was a pretty alright stream after we got Clay out of the way. Can't do that rock. Yeah.
Don't forget the anime arc this game.
Anime arc?
The anime tournament arc?
Oh, yeah. The anime tournament arc that I still feel like they fucked up a bit. And here's new and improved Seagull now. Comes with Aurora Beam. Relearned Aurora Beam. So yeah, but this,
Oh, you actually got that?
yeah,
I
I
don't
went
remember
there
that.
because I had a heart skill on me. So yeah, we now have a Vaporeon. Basically every evolution is pretty good. Vaporeon, despite what people make like jokes about. What did I do? Sure, I'll keep. Okay, so yeah, we went and evolved. Okay, like Cobalion. Cabra! Bye.
Wow.
That Pokemon? It's the legendary Pokemon called Cobalion. I told you the story from the other day, right? No. Oh, and told it to Oh, Cobalion. What a noble presence. Say the three Pokemon, Cobalion, Virizion, and Terrakion, fought against people to protect the Pokemon from the war those people started. When people fight, there's no peace for Pokemon either. The three legends learned that the deeds of humans could lead to dire consequences for their world. But why did it show up in front of people? Patrolling the Unova region to protect Pokemon because it fears for their safety after the commotion caused by Team Plasma 2 years ago? Does it sense a new problem? So the reach of Ghetsis' ambition and malice is growing ever wider and warping the lives of all it touches. Did Cobalion appear in front of you merely by accident, or to plead with you to solve the problem? Unlike Lord N, I doubt it. I don't have the ability to understand the minds of Pokemon, therefore I don't know what that Pokemon is. But if you can befriend Cobalion, it would be a great asset to you on your journey. So, alright. In the first game, I liked your, in-game reason for catching them. Like, the dude's like, oh yeah, you should teach them that people are like, okay. But in this, it's just like, it might be asking you for help. We don't fucking know. It's kind of lame.
Also, what happens if you catch the first game? What is this then?
Don't ask questions you're not ready to know the answer to, because I think Flan may have died.
Flan is dead.
Flan is dead and released all his Pokemon. So yeah, as Bianca told us the last time we came in here, you can like push rocks. Alright, I was about to say, if I stepped in that and got our water stone, I would have been pissed. Also, Drummer.
It's called gravity.
It's called magnetism.
It's most likely it looks like it's trying to be electromagnetism, but like how? I don't know.
Ugh.
In reality, these stones literally make.
Well, here's the thing. Alright, assuming that these just sort of exist. Why the heck is this place not a power plant?
Yeah?
You know that if it's not Clay, either Skyla or someone before them would have been right on top of the shit. Because this is literally, from what, as far as I can tell, free energy.
Unless there's like a Pokemon at the
Unless
bottom.
there's like a limit to it, and they don't want to risk that, but I'm surprised they don't at least have people going like, yeah, we're trying to figure out if this is completely safe or not.
Get out of here, back real quick.
But yeah, Pokemon's lore aside. What?
I feel like that would be something. Random text, the guide next to the cave would say.
Yeah, I mean, it would make sense, but they don't like to mention that stuff. I don't have Joe here to confirm, but I'm... What? Fuck. Is that an end Pokemon?
Oh, I guess so.
I don't know the effect for that. I'm like 90% sure.
Considering what the text was saying, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'm like 90% sure that this is not the shiny, so this probably is an end Pokemon.
Hold on.
I'm just gonna go double check this shit. Yeah, that's definitely not the shiny. Yeah, there's an ends Clink here. Yeah, that's part of Memory Link. There'll be just ends Pokemon around the world, and they're completely set in nature and like IVs and stuff. I think they have 30 in all of them. I want to catch this thing and then like talk about it in the next town. But it's gonna be a little bit of a tricky thing. I'm also mostly using Aurora Beam. Oh god, check. I'm mostly using Aurora Beam to lower its attack stat and to chip damage. Charge Beam. Here. Kiwi can sit in this thing for a round or two. They'll resist Gear Grind. Pretty much anything. We'll actually throw a bug bite at it. Just to get a little more chip. Okay, maybe 2. Oh no, it's fine. Cool. Should be enough. I'm afraid I'll crit it if I do another one. Let's use the Ultra Ball. Alright, cool, we are Clink. Two bodies comprised of a fixed pair. They spin around each other to generate energy. They generate energy? I know Pokemon... I know Pokemon literally doesn't have energy issues, but like, holy shit.
Do these things not die?
Chaos full of rocks that generating electricity. Electricity charges me up. Alright, so we know it is electricity.
Okay, so it is electricity, so it's electromagnets. Or I assume
way,
it's
electromagnetism. Running into Ends Clink.
Oh shit, nice.
Yeah.
Did you catch it?
You missed
That's
me
cool.
having to do a double take if it was a shiny or not. Because I didn't know Clink's shiny power off the top of my head.
Shiny, yeah.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, I think it's
an
very
X attack
slightly different.
on your Magneton.
Get ready for the magnet bomb. Oh wait,
Yep.
that's special, isn't it?
And
Yeah.
now it's...
Get ready for the Iron Head. What is
Where's my
that?
special defense? Oh shit, this Magnemite's got sturdy, I'm scared. There's the Magnet Bomb.
So, electromagnetism, they wouldn't really work if it's electromagnetism. Wouldn't it have to be, like, orbiting? Or, like, there would have to be some movement?
Electromagnetism is just magnetism that works in the presence of electricity.
Well, yeah, I know, but I'm saying, like, it wouldn't unless there are equal forces on that like rock until you push it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make sense. Okay, so those two rocks would probably split immediately.
I'm not entirely sure.
Because not only they're assuming that they have the same like charge, they're probably exerting like opposite force to each other, and the two big rocks are probably like connect. Like oh my, science rules.
Tunnel snakes rule.
I guess like I don't know. The reason why I said orbiting is because
No.
like if it was orbiting, that would mean that it's constantly having like a force applied to it that makes sense, I guess. But like if they're just staying put, they'd have to have.
I mean, it's possible, but they'd have to like just be outside of the range. And
These are some pretty short range electromagnets.
I mean, they're natural, so they're not very refined. But like,
True.
the idea is they'd have to
Right. Natural iron is really powerful.
yeah.
And again, actually, natural iron has pretty short range too. So.
They'd have to like just be outside of the range, and when you nudge them, it like just pushes it, like gives it the little shove it needs to start acting.
Well, you're putting force on it, which
I hate them so much.
probably this thing sucks.
Pokemon just needs to make logical puzzles and not, hey, infinite electricity room. Have at it.
We
No,
can steal
no,
everyone's Pokemon from
Oh yeah,
this
that
PC.
was a good one. Infinite electricity room is ultra summon. That fucking shot me.
Oh,
No, you guys
work again, dumbass.
apparently. Oh, you guys forgot about the infinite electricity room from Ultra Sun and Moon.
Which one's that?
You could
The
go down
electric
that
trial.
far.
It's like, yeah, you gotta like help line up the charge
Oh.
amounts to generate just a
Oh, yeah.
fuck ton of electricity. I doubt this is gonna kill it. I don't know, Morgan's pretty good kid now. Ah!
When did you use return?
Because I lack brain power with this thing.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
There is some innate want in our feeble brains that we want to kill this Pokemon with a shitty
I
move.
also don't have the math to know which one's better.
Well, isn't Wing Attack not very effective?
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
alright, I hate return. Like, if it's not competitive, I hate return. Because I have no clue what my happiness is at. I don't know what to do.
I'm gonna assume it's at max or close to if you're having an evolved
I
Pokemon.
guess so. I don't know, I just don't like it because I'm never super sure about it. Fuck this thing. So much. And the fact that these things commonly carry acrobatics just makes it worse.
Yeah, it learns about level up, I think.
I know. That's why it shouldn't be everywhere. Got pearls here in my bag, so I can just do that. Ugh, alright. Should just pass by an item. Hey, a heck potion. Oh my.
Meow.
way, don't expect me to fight too many things here. Or, I guess I should, but like, oh god, it sucks.
Don't
I'm
expect
saying,
what?
don't expect me to fight too many things in here, because half this shit's just gonna resist my Vaporeon, which is annoying. Because I just got this thing, it's like, alright, here's the electric and steel area. Please, stop the phone. Proceed. Do I have to do anything before fighting the gym the next time?
I don't know in this game. You probably have to go up the tower again.
Surprise me. So I actually can fight Parasites, but so much time. Yellow shard. Goody. Trying to think. Yeah, I'll probably get some levels on the route going to the tower. If that's the case. It just feels like there's a weird level gap right now. Because I guess I could have come here beforehand so they couldn't make the levels too high, but I just got done fighting a level 33 and then like other stuff.
I don't like when they do stuff like that because it means that, logically I want to come here after the gym,
Yeah.
and then you're like higher level than it now, and it's just
Especially
like,
Gen 5 EXP.
yeah.
This shit just feel really weird. I don't know.
I actually am curious if playing through Gen 3 with the Gen 5 EXP patch would actually
Apparently
fix it.
there's a Ends Joltik too.
Yep, there's like a bunch of stuff in
Oh
here.
yeah, because you have an end fight here, so he has like one of each thing. If you kill an Ends Pokemon, does it just disappear for good?
I don't know. Did you just do that?
Curious. Because I never played with Memory Link, so there's a lot I don't know about. Is no, Bryson's not a gym leader. Who's the next gym leader after Skyla?
It's not the ice gym.
Oh, alright, I skipped through the text too quickly last time, but it says, this Pokemon was registered to someone else's OT. That's really neat.
Yeah. He has OT 00002, I believe.
That is correct. And, is the water gym next?
No, that's 8th.
Oh.
Is ice the 7th or the 6th?
We'll figure it out in a second. I could just check my badge case, but that's
Then-
spoiling.
It's spoilery.
Cave. Really like it here. Formulas express the forces behind electricity. Actions of Pokemon. Pokemon and themselves. This is my place. I have to go. I have to go in order to save Pokemon and protect the very friend I have to stop. Is Flan evil?
Yes.
Also,
Flan is gonna
it took
kill
me a second
everyone.
to realize, and I'm like, wait, that's N because of how fast the text box was going.
I wasn't even looking.
It took me a second. Like, yeah, you could say, oh, but he was talking about formulas and shit, but like, there are a few people who do that. Attack drops Aurora Beam. Oh yeah, so I talked about this thing last time. The Ferroseed's cool if you pair it up with Rocky Helmet, so that anything that hits you physically just loses all of its HP.
I don't understand why he was telling me the fragment was bad. That's like one of the best legendaries for survival. I meant for like dungeon survival,
I
not.
don't know. I didn't like that druid. I
He,
knew
I
what he
didn't
was
like
talking
it.
about, but like, dude, like
The other legendary he told me to put on
was the
isn't even that good.
was it the sigil one, or the other one?
The one that lowers
Oh,
the
yeah, I mean,
cooldown of Fire
that one I can
Brand.
see being useful in fights like Skull, where there's just a bunch of AoEs, but you're focusing on one guy. Hey, a 10 ammo.
It's better. It's a better raid legendary than it is as a dungeon survival. They're actually pretty much equal, except that one's more raid focused, and the one I had was more dungeon focused.
Yeah, so,
Realistically, I want to replace both of them with a Pride As, but I can't get that.
yeah. An ammo's cool.
Just want Pride
Not
As.
Pride As? Yeah.
I just want it. Dynamo is neat. I just wish it wasn't bad.
Does it ever get put in another game? Ah, random triple battle. What
I
the
don't
fuck?
believe so. Yeah. I don't believe Dynamo was placed in another game.
Now it seems like such a specific Pokemon in terms of where it needs to be placed.
Like,
Yeah.
it is kind of.
I think Seaside Cave. I don't know if you can get there before after game. Yeah, you definitely can because it's like 30s to like 30s to 37. So and you can find a Dynamo level 37 there, which is very close to evolving. And I think on the second floor you can find a level 42 electric. And you can find Shuckle there apparently.
Like, I could see the evolved forms appearing more often because they seem like they can just sort of live wherever they want. Like that sort of thing, like a rare Pokemon. But Namo's really, I don't know.
Dynamo is cool, but it got so fucked over in this. Jeez, dig on that. Oh, what? Oh, Kiwi, why?
Oh yeah, you can get it in Black and White 2, right after you go, like, after the, what's it called? After you go to Undella Town, you can immediately when you get there, you can get it. And it's really high leveled and... Wait a minute. Opulissa Gym is 7th. How many gym badges do you have? 5?
4.
You have the basic badge.
Oh my.
You have... What's the
I
second
hate
badge?
this fight right now.
Yeah, I can imagine that detect and like probably that dig doesn't look fun because now you can't even hit any of them, and then the click is probably
Oh right, you don't shift. Pokemon. I just need to get stupid. Oh, it also doesn't help that they spring this shit on you. Like, the only thing I don't like about triple battles is that they don't telegraph them. Like, what it...
They had like all the walking sprites of Pokemon. They could
Not
have
even
just
that,
like
if they just... And this thing has Roost! Oh my god. Fuck this. So much.
or like had a yes or no prompts for triple battles.
Or, you know, use 3 trainers, like a double battle, so I know, oh hey, there's something going on here. God, I hate this so much. Oh my god. This is... Never give anything detect in a double or triple battle. Let alone the fact that this thing's just fully evolved now.
That Sand Slash is powerful for this point in the
The
game.
gym leader was using a Sand Slash.
Lower level 1, mind you.
Roll level 30. And it gets another detect off. Why?
There really is no reason to be putting Protect on these types of battles.
This is just a terrible layout, though. And I'm really pissed off that Surf was just nerfed in general because of this type of stuff.
Yeah. Well, we added Muddy Water, even though that wasn't Gen 3. And it doesn't hit your party member. It has lower accuracy.
It lowers their accuracy for some reason.
And it's legal. For some reason.
And so is Night Days.
What was even the advantage of using Muddy Water in Gen 3?
Nothing. Other than accuracy drops, nothing.
Well, I'm saying, like, because Surf didn't hit your teammate.
Yeah. It had lower accuracy, and then it dropped the opponent's accuracy.
Oh, okay.
And then I guess it's supposed to be like, oh, if you want to give a Pokemon like a status move, but also do damage. Jesus Christ, that crit so much. Oh my god, Seagull saving the day.
I know there's a doctor in this place, so I'm not panicking too much. It's just gonna be a fucking struggle now. If Quail dies, this is actually really good, because then it's gonna just move me to the middle. Kills it.
Can't
I
you
don't think
swap
it-
places? Isn't that a thing you can swap around
Yes,
places?
but it
Yeah.
takes up your turn.
But it takes your turn.
And this thing's- It takes up the turn, so it's better if that thing died, so I just get a free turn to heal. And I don't have to take Sandslash's attack or anything. Screw this fight. I'm just glad that I got a lot of EXP on Seagull for it. Acid armor, that's a good move. Get rid of bite. Just sit in and set up on somebody and laugh at them.
Considering you have a plus defense nature, that's plus 2 stages of special
It's
defense.
a normal defense.
I'm pretty sure we went over this, and it was special defense.
I was literally watching Chugga today. Sharp Boy raises defense.
Does it? Okay. Or no, it was the opposite. It was the opposite. In Gen 5 Part 1, you fought a Cryogonal. It's like, why is that? I think you said it raised special defense, and I'm like, no, it raises physical defense. Whatever. Point is, good move.
No. Can I slide through there? It's hard to tell with some of these, if you can, like...
You can slide it up. The crystal.
Oh, yeah, I could. I just want to find that doctor and hope that he doesn't have that part of a team. Oh, I can't nudge it up.
You can't? We'll just go, yeah.
Oh, Chugga was talking about how cool it is that, Magnet. That the pitch in the song lowers when you go downstairs, but I don't know, that always kind of freaked me out. Didn't really like it that much. Alright.
Barely remember.
It's just like a small shift in the music.
I do like how Black and White does that, in terms of abusing the fact that they have like MIDI
Yeah, I
music.
mean, a lot of games around this time in Nintendo did it, because they kind of figured it out. Reminder that they kind of built the entirety of the Skyloft market just to show it off. The place has like 5 different songs that'll change depending on where you're standing. Which is always fun, but... after a certain point, it just becomes excessive.
Music guy just didn't have any ideas when I was just like, hey, look, I put a new instrument.
Oh
Like,
no,
oh.
they completely changed music tracks in Skyward Sword. Plus, I think they used pre-recorded for that. They had the orchestra. Or was that only for Ballad of the Goddess?
I know that the entirety of Mario Sunshine, not Sunshine, Mario Galaxy was orchestrated. I remember.
Unique thing. I don't think they did it for everyone.
Oh my god.
What did you say?
Fuck.
What? Why does it have rest
Because
by
fuck
level up?
you. That's why. You wanna know why? Half of these Pokemon that you run into are just designed to piss you off. I actually need to use Ethers, by the way. And then Elixir, that's fine. That'll work too. Like, I'm sorry, but there just comes a point where it's really fucking poorly designed ideas. I know that wild Pokemon just get generated from their learn sets, but like, really? Ugh. Hopefully I can just get through this. Unfortunately, the sequel does not have, like, Moxie or something. This guy's got Hyper Potions. So that's not too bad. Because I outspeeded. The thing about the Eevee families, they're not super slow. The slow ones are decent.
Slowest one has like 60 speed, I think.
And Gothita has a lot less defense. Or special defense, I guess. I don't know, I always associate Solosis with just having a fuck ton of defense. It actually took less damage than, Oh!
So,
Oh boy.
Gothita, I think, has more special defense.
It's fucking flatter. You know, the pointless version of Swagger. I get people who don't like using Swagger because it raises the enemy stats, but then you realize if they hit themselves in confusion, they now do a lot of damage. Especially if it's already a strong Pokemon. Alright, so we have a healing point now, which makes this a lot easier. And I got an encounter right as I was checking inside him. And it's a Clink. Who would have guessed? Guess I need to start getting levels on Kiwi here. Because this thing is going to be a decent bit more usable once it evolves. It just lacks bulk right now, is the only issue.
And it's gonna continue lacking bulk.
It'll be better.
Yeah.
Besides, it's just not a very great area for it right now. Because a lot of things here are just going to resist it, or not really take too much damage from its attacks. It's one of those things that I feel like is just really great at exploiting weaknesses, but it can't really do that right now. Oh god, not that good voice. This thing is just gonna try and... oh god, it's probably gonna kill now. Yep. trying to echo voice sweep. So, does Chargestone Cave just be pretty much the same, just no Team Plasma in it right now? That was a really poorly constructed
I
sentence.
guess.
Excadrill, what the fuck?
Because at least it's not on the Doctor
It's
question
the
mark?
same level. It is not on the Doctor, but like, what? The fuck designed this part of the game?
The B team.
The thing is, the B team also did Ultra Sun and Moon, which was alright for the most part, with random trainers. It was just like the bosses that were ridiculous. Oh my god. It was just some random ass Pokemon trainer. But thanks for the Chesto Berry.
I think one of the level designers, or whatever they call the people that are placing down trainers, I guess they were really mad at Mario Brothers 2 as kid.
I don't even know how to feel. I just want to get...
The answer is you don't
The
feel.
faster I get out of this cave and away from Driftvale City, the better at this point.
I mean, it feels like you've been through most.
Yeah, I don't have much left. I'm just assuming it all goes uphill from there. I don't even know why I'm trying to fight this thing. This Ferrothorn's holding a sticky ball. I'm just gonna stay here and wait for it to die. Actually, I could probably hit him with webs and issue from it. Oh, that does like no damage. I don't even know what the percent for this thing having a sticky bulb is, but this is fucking hilarious.
What does the sticky barb even do?
Does damage to whoever's holding it on contact. It can sometimes get stuck on whoever made contact.
Oh. That's
Yeah,
weird.
it's a weird item. It's kinda alright. Okay, so Electro Ball. It does damage based on how fast you are compared to your opponent. I don't know, do you think that's better than actually, it's better than Gastro Acid. I think both is usually a good idea.
It's definitely better than Electro, by the way. Electro lowers speed, though, from
Yeah,
what I
it does.
remember.
It's good for those cases where you have a Pokemon that you're not entirely sure how your speeds line up. So you can kind of force them to be slower than hit them with it. I think Lumi was here last time. Oh. We're both just unnerving each other. Oh god, she's actually using the right X items, everyone panic. But now she's doing physical attacks. seems silly.
The game is dumb.
Yeah.
It's not dumb. Why bother?
Yeah, so it's gonna be like a really bad thing to say probably, but I'm kind of excited to be done with Pokemon games for a little bit.
You said this
I
like
know.
a lot.
I mean, I was alright. No. I phrased it of I'm excited to get on to Zelda because I've been doing a lot of Pokemon.
No, you said this exact wording of like, I'm excited to get done with Pokemon. Yesterday you were talking about how you were like so excited to get done with Critical
I mean,
Hits.
yeah. I just mean overall when I'm not being like RNG'd into oblivion and getting really annoyed about it. Now, of course, I'm saying this as like this goal batter just having a confusion off right now, but I'm kidding. Anyway, I'm sorry, this battle's silly. Alright, there we go. I think I want to know the RNG on this thing, whatever. I mean, I guess it'll feel a little better when it feels more like me messing up. Because you can try and get better, but like, in this case, you're literally just dealing with rolls of the dice.
I don't know.
Besides, how bad could Zelda be? Hey, it's been... Resolution. Besides, how bad could I get pissed off at Zelda?
Depends which one you're playing.
I mean, I'm probably just gonna end up getting annoyed at Wind Waker for the Triforce quest, but as far as I can think.
Simple solution: don't play Wind Waker.
Yeah, it'd feel wrong if I didn't, though.
I mean, I wouldn't. I don't like Wind Waker.
It's alright, in all honesty. Even though like it does annoy the heck out of me in some parts, I still think it's worth it. Oh, should I try and get See Me working? Wait. Oh, okay. I'm stupid.
Probably would work well on
Really? You think See Me can run it?
I
don't know.
Maybe.
I haven't been keeping tabs. Those
It seems like
Breath of the Wild work on See Me.
I mean, that one, they just hacked
I
it
know.
together to make it work.
Because that's something that I'd be tempted to do, but I'm like, nah, it takes way too long. Oh, what? I'm here at Professor Juniper's request. I'm researching a Pokemon called Tandem. There aren't very many, and they don't seem too very strong. That's really bad for a population. Hey, my Pokemon are great. Look.
The one guide I found is advertising graphics packs.
For what, Wind Waker?
Yeah, like, what is it we got? Oh no, these are settings. I guess there's one for textures, higher quality shadows.
Oh, no.
So I'm assuming it runs well if they're gonna do
I
that.
may consider that, because actually, items are fine. But I may consider that just because I know that, I don't know exactly how, but I know that does lighten up the Triforce quest a bit.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't do anything to it. I remember that being like the biggest complaint that people had.
Runs at a consistent 30.
That it's running speed, or...
I don't know.
Alright.
Like, I don't know what Wind Waker's supposed to
Yeah.
usually be, but...
Oh, Magmar's kinda quick.
Yeah, first. So.
Okay, apparently it is supposed to be 30
Okay.
FPS. Or no, I see one GameFAQs thread saying, I'm glad Wind Waker HD is only 30 and not 60. And the next one says, Wind Waker HD is 60 FPS.
Yeah, I have Wind Waker HD.
Look at your
I would
mind.
just say, let me go start it up and check for myself. But here's the issue. I have problems, like, recognizing FPS if there's no change in it.
If something looks smooth, it's not gonna like be extremely noticeable in most
Apparently,
cases.
and also had a bulldog.
Yeah.
The TV will not show 60 FPS if it can't keep up with it.
Failing.
Thank you.
I want to get out of your door. God damn it. But yeah, it'd be cool to play that version of Wind Waker because there's a lot of neat stuff in it. Like the fast
I
style.
feel like there's a reason why I have a pretty negative opinion of the Zelda community. And I think I just kind of pieced it together now. If you don't like something someone else likes, they'll yell at you. If you have an opposing opinion to someone in the Zelda community, they'll not like you. They'll be obnoxious to you. I feel like that's happened every time I talk to someone about Zelda. Hey, I don't like sailing in Wind Waker. What are you, stupid? Like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't like sailing in a giant ocean with nothing in it.
I once asked Ryan, like,
No.
you know how Ryan really doesn't like the 3D ones?
Yeah.
Asked him, like, oh yeah, like, why is that? He said, I don't want to talk about it. I'm like, cool.
He probably knew he was going to get into an argument because every other time he talked about it, he got into an argument.
Oh, just... Oh, okay, wait. Metal for those who...
I think it's better than just telling you because they're bad.
I mean, that's just how you...
I swear to God, people
That's
legitimately
just
do
how
that.
you, like, piss people off. Either way, it pissed me off. So the pure youth medals for catching any events Pokemon. And I've used fast for its own good. Okay,
I get to get going.
so yeah, these all
Alright.
come with set natures, they're all kind of bad.
Rash is okay.
I think they come with their hidden abilities.
I wish they were really good natures. I don't think they're hidden. Yeah, plus and minus are the normal abilities.
The main thing is, like, own to original trainer is N, Spirit ID, and when you send them out in battle, they have a little effect, and you can chain that together with the Pokestar one. Hey, this is DM shot. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, I mean, with Zelda, I typically try to avoid forum communities.
I just mean literally anyone. I remember talking in another chat saying, yeah, I really like Ocarina of Time, but I'm not really a big fan of Majora's Mask. I just never felt like it was that fun, and I never wanted to continue playing it. And I just instantly get responded with, Ocarina of Time is completely worse than Majora's Mask.
I
I'm like,
consider
oh.
most chats to be like forum communities about this shit. Holy fuck, dog.
I mean, if that's the case, then literally everyone I've talked to
I
ever
know,
about Zelda is a farm community.
I meant
So-
on the internet, because when I was on...
I even mean in
Yeah,
real
I
life
know.
too. So
I know, I'm talking specifically about internet. People in real life who are like this are unreasonable bad opinions. When I was on our Zelda for a while after Breath of the Wild came out, because there was a lot of cool stuff going on there, and it seemed mostly okay, but it was also all focused on Breath of the Wild. So yeah, whatever. Hi there, Sparrow. Nice to finally be able to talk to you in person. I'm Professor Juniper. You accepted the Pokedex and came all the way out here with your partners. Here, I'll evaluate your progress for you. We've seen 87 Pokemon up to this point. This is a token of my gratitude. We got a Master Ball. That's pretty early. Yeah. How many of these does she have?
if she was able to make one, I assume she'd be able to
Professor
make another.
Juniper. Why, if it isn't Skyla. Skyla, she's Mistralton City's gym leader. Surprise, Professor. Didn't you ask for a lift in my plane so you can cross Twist Mountain since you can't reach Obulicid City by foot? Aha, you're right, but I have a quick favor to ask first. I want to look at Celestial Tower. Do you mind waiting till I'm through? You, Sparrow. Would always go. Okay, so that's why you gotta go to Celestial Tower. So I can't tell if she's just laid back or she's not paying attention to anyone, but, and pay attention to anything outside of her head. The apple sure doesn't fall far from the tree. What's next? Are you
You literally said the same line about.
What's next? Are you coming to the gym to challenge me? Or are you gonna follow the professor to the Celestial Tower and do some training? Probably the latter. Now, as long as I get the battle with a strong trainer, I'm fine either. Actually, first we're gonna take a short little detour and head close to the gym, but not directly. This place got a lot of planes in it now. So, according to my notes here, should be in front of the gym unless I wrote them. That's Skyla. She's even surpassed her grandpa. Legendary pilot. My notes just say outside of gym.
What are you
apparently
looking
there's
for?
a memory out here. Maybe it's you.
Oh.
Why is it a no, not you. Sky drop. I think this is actually in the exact same place.
Probably.
You know what? My Pokemon loves berries. Why are there so many people hanging out on the runway?
Hoping to get hit.
Obsessive about mulch. Actually kind of frightening. Max Rebel, that's really... Probably need to go double check that if I don't find it after going in and out of the gym. Well, because it's going to evening and it like got dim every step I took. Oh wait, they give you a flying gem in this game? I just kind of realized what I picked up. It's ridiculous.
Man, Peril Druid feels like they made Assassination Road, but actually made it work.
Okay.
Feels
that page again, just to double check that I'm, excuse me, doing this right.
I just got a network error
What
on
the
your
fuck?
stream. I'll refresh, hold on.
So everything's fine on my end.
Yeah, it's fine, I don't know what happened.
Okay, they don't give me any, like, details in them. Maybe it's after beating the gym or something. I hate how sparse the information can be on this shit.
I know a YouTuber who made a Let's Play of this game that got all the memories, but I wouldn't be able to check until after this dungeon.
Yeah. I was talking about it in text. Because...
Yeah. If I were to make, like, a YouTube guide of, like, all this stuff, like, the, what's it called, Pokestar Studios and stuff like that, I would do it in text and in, just because it'd be easier for so many people. I know a ton of people who are like, never make a guide in, in, like, a video format only, because I hate when it's in a video format.
It's honestly is overall a good idea to do both. Okay, apparently I'm helping this dude get luggage. No, I get some net balls for that, that's cool. I like having both because sometimes a video is a lot better, but a well-written text guide is a lot quicker. So I guess that doesn't show up till after we beat the gym. That one would involve Skylar. How cool a breeder. We can train here now if we need to. Oh, yeah. Should need to get a few levels here just in case. Request for you, please battle me.
Forgot that cooldown just like turns stuff into snapshotting.
The only unfortunate part about the placement and everything is I don't have something great against her gym. I do have. Like, I have an electric type, and that's all well and good, but it gets hit neutrally from everything. Also a bit underleveled. Hang out speed? Alright. Gotta get a feel for these speeds. That's gonna do it. Okay, slash. Get out of here. And the flinch. So something that, at least people who talk about Zelda, I feel like have a really hard time not agreeing with, but understanding, is the idea of the Pepsi and the Coke.
I don't.
Which...
It's not that different.
Which is a really weird analogy, but it's the best way I've found to describe relationships amongst fans of some games. So, you know how typically a lot of people have a preference to either Pepsi or Coke, or they might really like one and despise the other?
Yeah.
That happens with a lot of games that get released in pairs. Like Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3 is a really famous one. And there's always a lot of, not conflicts, but a lot of, oh, I really like this one, or that, alright, that one wasn't that great. You know, that type of stuff. So, the reason why I bring this up is because of Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
Ocarina of Time, I guess I should say. I'm trying to not put that R in there, by the way.
What?
When I say Ocarina of Time,
Ocarina?
I usually say with like Ocarina of Time. Like there's an R that gets thrown in there somehow.
I don't know. I've always said
that's,
Ocarina.
Ocarina is always how I've said it. Like that's just, I don't know how, but that's just how it showed up. So, but anyway, Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time have that a lot too. And of course, this is always going to happen with games that release that are like really similar to each other. I always think that they deserve a fair enough chance that anyone can bring up a half-decent reason. Go right ahead.
I don't think it's like people who think Ocarina of Time is worse than Majora's Mask. Like, that's a big. I don't care. Like, you could. That's fine.
Oh, I just like getting a good reason for it.
Yeah.
It's just like, what is it? Oh,
A lot of times I get the reason when I play Ocarina of Time, it makes me want to play
I just
Majora's
hit another
Mask.
one of these fucking spots. I told you not to call this number.
Yeah.
Apparently, Curtis was listening to music and he has a favorite genre. How surprising. Anyway, you know, I just want to break this conversation and say that this lady's living the life right now. That just seems amazing.
That seems like allergies would kill
It is
me.
true.
Imagine being allergic to Pokemon. That like.
Be in pain. It would be like me with cats. Because I still like cats, even though that they like worry me a little bit and I am allergic to them. But what is it? When I like disagree with something about a series that I typically like, I usually just like to hear the reason because I think it's interesting. Another fucking random triple battle. Okay, I think I can handle this. In the case of something like Boot Majora's Mask, I completely understand when it's just like, I don't like the timer, or in the case of, what is it, preferring Majora's Mask, being like, I really like the side quests and stuff. Something like that, you know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
I think those are all pretty good reasons.
You know what I think is a decent reason that like people just don't understand? I just find this game more fun than the other. Like, I don't really know
Yeah.
exactly the reason why, but I'm just like, I have fun with this one, and I don't.
I think
with
that
that
also makes sense.
It makes sense, but I don't think people like that answer
Yeah,
at all.
it's not a very satisfactory answer to most people. I can understand why. Something that I do think needs to be brought up more is just like, alright, even if you do heavily prefer one, I still think give the other game a fair enough chance. This is a lot of EXP being tossed around, by the way. Give the other
Yeah.
one a fair enough chance. I don't know. Can I just not do anything? Oh yeah, okay, cool. Okay. At least give the other one a fair enough chance, and if you just don't like it, don't hate on the game, unless it's like legitimately to the point where you're like getting really mad. Like, where you're swearing it off and everything that it stands for and all that shit, you know?
I remember I was getting mad at one of the puzzles in Majora's Mask because it felt arbitrary, and Richard told me, "Yeah, the reason why you're just giving up too early." And I'm like,
By the way, if you remember.
any of them, literally like any of them.
Okay,
It's
so...
like, hey, this puzzle requires you to like talk. Well, it's not really like a puzzle. It's more like finding the way to go. Oh, you have to talk to this guy at this area, and like you got an item, but this item doesn't really matter right now. You just hang on to it.
Like one of the trading quests.
I don't know. I don't remember. It was a while ago.
I mean, I was gonna say, like, the puzzle, like, all the puzzles felt arbitrary. Isn't that kind of the issue in video games in general?
I mean, it felt like I wasn't doing anything that had meaning, I guess. Felt like I was doing it to progress and not doing it because I had to do it. Like, I felt like it was something I should be doing. And that's something that, I saw people complaining about I saw Preach complaining about it earlier. I saw a few other people complaining, saying, like,
Yeah.
the Alliance area, you're just doing it to do it and not because
Not
you,
because
like,
it goes
have any
anywhere.
real reason to. That's how I feel with Majora's Mask a lot of times.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Like,
definitely how it can feel with some masks. I've never really heard anyone bring it up. Because it's like doing mask side quests are one of those things where it's like,
It was the main quest, I'm pretty sure.
the only time you really need to do that type of trading, like weirded shit, is when
It wasn't trading, it was like... I think it was the things leading up to getting the Goron mask.
okay, yeah, that one.
Like, I think I had climbed all the way up there and then, like, didn't know what to do because I picked it up after a while. I think you had to play a song for him. And in general, just, like, going to the Goron village and everything about that, just, I don't know. Like, a lot of time, it's like, go do this. I guess Zelda always feels like that. Go do this because I
It's
told
either
you
go
to.
do this because I told you to and I have your way to go forward, or you know this is the way to go forward, but you need to figure out what lets you get that far, or like get that way. In the case of the Goron mask, it's, well, there's these like ramps I need to go off of, so I need to get a new mask or something. And then the way you do that is by going through a whole bunch of stuff we'll be going through. I don't think that one's too bad.
I don't
It's
know, I
definitely
always
a
just,
lot more
like...
effort you need to put into than all the other transformation masks.
I just didn't like playing the game. Most of the stuff I was doing just wasn't enjoyable to me.
I'll definitely say that the mask quests, I think, are the biggest part that can feel really pointless. Because the only reason why you're really doing it is because, well, it's filling up this collection screen. And that's gonna be like a, if you don't have a story reason, that's your only reason to do it.
Yeah, at that point, I almost feel like that's a better reason.
I disagree because...
Like, filling up a collection screen feels more satisfying to me than, like, some of the things I was doing.
Anyway, wait, that...
I mean, I could, or I can just play Ocarina of Time and 100% that. That's like...
That's just a bad mentality, I'm sorry, but, I didn't know that there was this out here.
It's a bad mentality to not like a game, so I want to play a game I actually like. That's what I mean.
Like, I get the sentiments behind it, but it's just kind of like, if that was true, I'd literally only be sitting here playing Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. Or like, I would have stopped half these Pokemon playthroughs.
I mean, I play video games to enjoy myself. I don't want to play video games just to experience, like... I'm not gonna like arbitrarily try to experience like a whole bunch of shit that to me just doesn't feel worth it. I don't know that I know that sounds obnoxious. It's just like half the time in Majora's I honestly think maybe one of the reasons why I think nothing feels like it matters is because the time resets anyways. What's the point? Like, no, there is no actual, like, fail state, I guess. Because the time's just gonna reset anyways.
Well, what is it? Time doesn't reset on its own, you have to play this long time, otherwise you gotta
yeah, but...
none of your stuff gets saved. Which is really the only, like, really bad thing that can happen. Aside from needing to do a reset near the end of stuff, but you have a lot of shortcuts by that point. I'll get into the whole setting things, because I think it's something that's really deterring to some people, but not as bad as it seems. It's a weird one.
Also, the fact that you have to buy maps and then they disappear after you reset is completely...
That is completely wrong. That is 110% wrong, Joe.
Alright, then I guess when I reset, mine just disappeared for no reason.
Which map was it?
It was like the first area.
That one definitely. What is it? None of the maps should disappear because they're marked as key items. Those are things you get to keep. There is.
Also, the fact that you have to buy maps, period. I don't give a shit if it created Tingle. That's literally the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. Hey, they were dungeon items before, and now we're not going to do that and make it so that you have to buy them. I know. I'm saying, like, the idea of them being a dungeon item that you have to find. That's cool. Let's do it for the overworld, so nothing feels like... Nothing feels good.
How are things with Skyla? Oh, you still haven't earned the gym badge yet? Well, if that's the case... Okay, I'm glad I came out. I thought I was just about to get nothing for coming out here. I was gonna be like, oh,
Majora's Mask. Majora's Mask just really annoys me. Like most things in it. Like, I'm probably gonna play it when you play it, but it's probably gonna be most of me complaining about the game.
Oh, I'm sorry, I just almost accidentally trashed the logic.
What? Also, I hate this kind of culture that spawns with games getting remade, where if you play the remake, it's like, oh, you didn't actually, like, get the good experience of the game, you should play the original instead.
With that...
Shut up. I played it on 3DS, I'm gonna play it on 3DS. I don't...
Majora's Mask legitimately had very few changes. Anyone who's, like, arguing, oh, they ruined everything...
A lot of people tell me, you don't play it on 3DS, it's just worse on 3. What is that? What do you mean it's worse? Everyone I've talked to, other than the people who like, it's like I either hear it's worse on 3DS or just like, man, I'm so glad they remade the game.
I'm happy they did a remake. It looks so nice. I don't
Visually,
I don't think people realize
it.
how great enough of an upgrade that is. I know some people can be annoyed. It's like, oh yeah, they just remade an old game rather than doing a new one. But
That's stupid.
that's just gonna happen.
I'll do it.
I have to speed this thing. Oh yeah, it's really fucking slow. Oh, that's a... But what is it? Words come to me. As far as I know, if I am wrong with, I'm gonna like check this up afterwards when I'm a bit more free, and because I want to double check this. The changes to Majora's Mask 3D are boss fights got redone. Tattle pesters you a bit more in the opening, just so you can get through it, because hey, the first cycle is goddamn terrible.
Oh.
Like, I don't know if anyone realizes this. What is it? And they redid the Bomber's Notebook, which I've complained about before. They also give you the alarm system, I think better saving. I think it works slightly different. I don't remember. And I think they redid part of Clocktown, but that's about it. As for how the game is, as far as I remember, that played almost, but not identically, but you know what I mean. It felt about the same. Like, if they went and redid, like, some weird system in it... This girl just talking about being able to see because of lit... What the heck? Hold on. Yeah, thanks to my lit light. It's kinda weird. But... Anyway, I don't know where that mentality comes from. If something legitimately got majorly changed, I might be able to see it, but I don't think it got changed besides Bomber's Notebook would be my ass.
Mentality comes from the remake being made, and then people are like dumb.
Like, I can understand a speedrunner kind of getting mad at Grezzo for the 3D port, but they sit on.
I mean, that's just a different game than play the original.
Are ground up, but it's just like, no, this is literally just the Ocarina of Time engine, but you patched some bugs too. But I don't know the legitimacy to that claim. So that's just something I know that people complain about, but it's not actually that big of a deal. Something I could kind of understand hearing complaints about, but not saying the entire port is awful, is the remake of Superstar Saga. Because with that, they changed how some fights work, I think, to make the mechanics a bit more apparent. And they also changed how advanced moves work. But still, that's just that still just feels like a more direct remake. However, something that I do think does deserve some complaining about is shit like, or I can understand people complaining about is stuff like Oras, or Fire Red and Leaf Green. You know, where they are mechanically different games. And in Oras's case, very different games in terms of story, too.
With Pokemon, I almost feel like they're separate games, and it's not something where, hey, there's a remake, just play the remake.
Yeah,
Because playing Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow is a completely different
I
experience.
think that's fair to say, but, you know, people are going to treat them like games.
I mean, they are remakes, it's just...
Like, they had to get... Oh, wait.
Majora's Mask is not... Okay, so I guess this is something that I saw people complaining, like, having a lot of arguments with the Dark Souls announcement. Dark Souls is a remaster, not a remake.
Yeah.
They're not going to change very much up.
Arguments.
Then you get the idea that Majora's Mask is technically not a remake, it's a remaster. And Pokemon is more of a remake because they remade the game completely. They're not just porting it and changing it.
That's arguments about terminology. I'd rather...
Well, it's mostly just like how you treat the game, because I actually saw this because Ardon was getting really mad at people saying that they were gonna like change up mechanics or something like
Dark
that.
Souls? They could.
Yeah. I mean, they could. They probably will change some stuff and how it works a tiny bit, but it's probably not going to be
If that's
huge
the case
changes.
For boys,
They didn't even change the fact that it needs DS fix, and you can't install it.
I'd argue that Majora's Mask is deserving of remake. My reasoning for this is they've changed up boss mechanics and improved a lot of features to the point where I wouldn't say it's unrecognizable to the base game, but it is sufficiently different and like brought up to standards. Like, have you ever played the Song of Double Time in the new game, the remake?
No.
So previously, what that would do was advance you to the next 6 hours, I believe.
Oh, it just lagged. I'm playing Majora's Mask and it lagged.
It advances.
Because, Jesus, why does that... Okay, the Goron Mask is worse than I thought. It actually just lags the game. The stupid, like, cloud effects in the snow, it lags the game.
This is gonna
Just
be
a tiny
weird for when
bit.
I'm doing it, because I'm just hoping I can do 3D for the sake of, not argument, but whatever word fits there. But the Song of Double Time in the N64 game would just advance you to the next 6 hours. So if you play it at like 5 p.m., it'll bring you to 6 p.m. With Majora's Mask 3D, you can actually play it and it'll bring you to pretty much whatever hour you want, I believe it was. Also, they should have really made a better effort to teach you about the Song of Reverse Time and the Song of Double Time, because those are way too useful. Signal Beam! There we go.
Oh, yeah. A Signal Beam is going to be really good. Another thing I remember that I don't really like is energy. I think they overuse it, and
yeah.
I think it just doesn't really work as well as it could.
So, do I know why they overuse it? And you're gonna feel this when it comes to the Zora Mask. It's so that Chateau Romani feels worth it. If you don't know what Chateau Romani is, it's a special type of milk that is pretty expensive that gives you infinite magic for the cycle.
Well, it makes the Goron Mask feel like it doesn't work, because I just tried to roll across an area. I have no magic left.
I think you can still hit a fast enough speed. I'm not sure though. Nice, Signal Beam's already paying off.
Yeah.
But the reason why I don't complain.
Why? This happened again. I'm just gonna close the game. Because I went up the ramp and immediately fell down instead of flying up again. Like, I don't get it.
I can't see what part on, so, but
It's probably because there's a rock ahead of me, but don't give me enough space to avoid the rock. Then just make it so the ramp doesn't work.
alright, so
It's right after you get the Goron Mask.
my head's in spots right now. I don't remember. I like pressed A, but you know how Gen 5 has that lag before you start a battle?
Yeah.
I thought I talked to a lady and she just attacked me.
She did. Not yet, though.
The reason why I never really had too many complaints about magic usage is because in places where you're required to use it with the Goron's Mask, there's usually green, like, at least in important fights and stuff, or places where you can't really get a lot of item spawns, they put green jars around.
Yeah. I also just dislike having to change playstyle just to do like.
That was a,
I just don't like
that
masks.
was a complaint from the original. Like,
I said this. I remember saying this a while back. Like, oh yeah, I just really dislike how masks work, and someone was just like, "But you like how items work," and I'm like, "It's different. It's very different."
Like just your bow and shit.
Yeah, like the bow, and I said like, "Oh man, I love the bigger
Okay.
hammer." Not the
Okay,
big
it's
hammer,
one
but-
thing if you're like, oh yeah, it's cool to use like the skull hammer, but it's another thing to say like.
Yeah.
You don't like using Goron Link when you like using the Skull Hammer. It's like, I can put the Skull Hammer away. I don't have to use the Skull Hammer.
Like the whole fire dungeon, I just used the hammer instead of my sword. Like I was just having fun with that. And that's one of the reasons why I really like Breath of the Wild, because the different weapon types feel like it's the same playstyle, but very slightly different. I just really enjoy having my only complaint with Breath of the Wild, and this is something I really hope they fix if they're doing something with the same engine. Please, please, please make it so that the spears feel worth it. I love them.
I
The
don't think
spears
you
are my
realize
favorite
how
weapon.
much chain stunning those things do.
You don't realize
That
how
is
fast
true.
they break.
That is 100% true.
I've literally broken one in one special.
Oh, okay, that's what
That's what I mean.
I typically,
Like, I think it's amazing. They feel great and they work really well, and then they break.
use the standard attacks.
Yeah,
Does it feel-
I mean, with spears, they chain
Yeah,
stone
so that's
that.
why I kind of just spam the normals.
I mean, they chain stone with
Yeah,
both.
what is it? It's also because I don't usually feel like I need the charge.
The reason why I like using the charge on the spears is actually because it feels like with spears, I have the distance to actually
Yeah.
use them. With the other weapons, it feels like if I start charging it up, I can get hit out of it and it's not safe.
Oh, trust me, it's stupid how
The two-handed
it's
is...
stupid how safe the two-hander
Bro.
one can be if you do it right.
Yeah, I just don't like when it slams to the ground,
Oh
because
my-
it makes me feel like
oh,
my
that was
weapons
a-
are smashed.
Damn it! I'm sorry.
Umbria.
That was a. It mattered.
Okay.
It mattered so bad. But yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping things go better this time. Like, join me and see it through.
Yeah, I'm gonna be playing it. I think one of the reasons why I'll probably enjoy myself is seeing all the NPCs call me Carlton.
I'm sorry. God damn it, Joe.
Look, I have to enjoy the game somehow. And I want to finish it.
You know,
I really do, just so I can have like a
The
full
worst
opinion.
part is, you're gonna go up to Romani, and she's gonna be like, Carlton, alright, that's a good name. I'm gonna call you Grasshopper, though.
Can we make me a sandwich?
That's actually racist. Sexist.
No, that's the Carlton line.
Dude, you know who else was in that show?
Wait, what just happened? I'm playing on my warrior. I did like. Oh god, that was. Why is that so
I
big?
still want to fight the Wandering Spirits command me? What the fuck? Help? Anyway, I think it'll be fun.
Something bugged out in my.
I think it would be kind of fun, but
I definitely don't think the game. I'm not gonna say like, oh, I don't like the game because of the community, but it doesn't
know.
help when I want to. Like, it doesn't help when I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna go play Majora's. It's the best game in the universe. Like, shut
I
up.
think it would be nice if I could change your mind on this, but it would be nice to have.
All right. Here's the deal. You pretend to like Skyward Sword. I'll pretend to like Majora's Mask.
I do enjoy most parts of Skyward Sword. Are you talking about the gameplay?
The
Okay.
gameplay. Actually playing the game. I don't.
Uh,
Why are they still?
uh,
Of course. This stupid game is broken, and I hate this game. Just want to freaking play video games, and everything is bad. I have to go back and get my stupid buff to get EXP so that I don't waste so I can do this quicker. Just want to get Squeen to 110. She deserves it. And honestly, I'm kind of enjoying myself with Fury. Just because of Heroic Leap. And Roland. Though, as soon as I get low health, I'm just like, alright, this class is no longer fun.
So, here's a cool thing. One of your artifact upgrades, it gives Odin's Fury a chance to heal you, or give you 20 rage. It'll choose between them. And if...
Still don't
Yeah.
Fury, but...
It's kind
I understand why it's there, it's just like... It's still really
Tell me why
difficult
it's
for me
there.
to like
I'm
remember
still
even.
confused.
To give it something. They took away everything it had, so might as well give it AoE.
Yes, I don't know.
I hated Fury this entire
Yeah.
expansion.
But what is it? It's
Like, watching from a
it's
distance.
fun to get, like, something to low health, and then just, no, not get something to low health, get, like, to low health, and then have something, like, pop Odin's Fury and just get healed to full.
Yeah.
It
That
is
sounds
fun,
fun.
and then you get the 20 rage, and you're just like, oh!
And then it's like, you can't use Rampage and Execute, but you want to. Yeah, this game is really liberal with giving
I
you
mean, I
gems.
think that's better than needing to go grind them.
Yes,
Alright.
it is.
So, we have to go fight Mistralton Gym, so I guess we'll do that now.
I'd say get ready for an
Yeah, I know.
evolution.
There's a reason why I'm keeping this thing out front.
I was gonna say if you could find another trainer to do it, but like,
We're close enough. There'll be trainers in the gym.
does it have a good electric move? You have
Electro Ball.
yeah, Electro Ball might be meh because of your evolved state, but it's still really fast.
But anyway, I think it would be nice to change your mind if that's possible. Be cool, but
I'm gonna say the most you're probably, and this is just because like, this is my assumption. I'm not gonna say it's the final choice, because that's stupid. I'm probably the most that's gonna happen is probably
forgot
Oh,
about
yeah.
it.
yeah. This is a fun gym.
I mean, I think that this is definitely something cool. I just really quickly want to say, I definitely do think having a stream and videos alongside would be kind of helpful. If you get stuck in a weird spot where you are right now, because I can't...
I'm not stuck. I'm just like annoyed.
Yeah, I mean,
Don't.
I can't see where you are, but being able to see what I'm doing might help.
Simple solution of just like having to stop rolling instead of rolling through the whole thing. Get up, punch one rock, and then go roll again. I just don't.
Oh, okay, I know. Okay.
Yeah, if that's all it takes. But it's just
I didn't
annoying
know
the hell
where
out of
you
me.
were at all, but yeah, this may... Okay. I think I know where you are. I think that part makes sense. 37?
Oh, I know why you're supposed to use energy, but I used all my energy getting back to that.
Yeah. Alright, I'll be down in a bit. Oh, this is why I don't stream early in those cases.
Bye.
I don't know what.
Forever. I would say after this gym,
Well,
just
everything's
stop.
old by then.
Not gym. This trainer.
Yeah, I might just honestly... I don't want to put the gym on hold. I might just go pick this up afterwards.
Well,
Just
yeah.
doing a part 2 this episode. I think that's probably the best solution. Ah, alright, I think I just need... Sorry, Scraggy. This thing's so stupid. This... 37, though. What the heck? I even went and did the, like, whole area that there was like, oh yeah, you can do either or. Oh, this.
Either
It
or
said, oh
what?
yeah, you can.
Oh, what the hell is that level? I didn't even
That's why
notice.
I'm like, what?
Give her candy.
I probably have like one. And I know I've been giving a lot of EXP to Joltik, but it's because it's about to evolve. And I think it's going to be pretty damn helpful here, but like, what the heck? I think this guy is another Pokemon.
Is it dead?
No, this is only Pokemon. Alright, that's actually not bad.
We need to make some way Swoobats threatening.
I mean, yeah, I guess so. Alright. Well, this is going to be worth a lot of EXP, which is nice. And no level ups from either of the Pokemon. Alright,
Rip.
so...
I would say next give all your EXP into Scraggy.
I don't even know if I can do that in this gym.
Not here, I'm saying.
I mean, I have
After.
a lucky egg now, so I can at least pass this thing around.
Like a hot potato.
Anyway, I didn't remember that gym mechanic, but it looks a lot cool. It looks pretty cool. It's a lot cool.
It does look a lot cool.
So, I should be picking this up in a little bit. I have stuff going on right now. But, if I don't, have a great night. If I do, see you then later. For probably more Majora's Mask talk.
More Majora.
Controversial opinion. Alright. And we're gonna be going. Bye.